Tom Cruise was born on July 3rd, 1962, in Syracuse, a place that felt worlds away from the global recognition he would later experience. His early life was not shaped by comfort or opportunity, but by uncertainty and frequent change. Financial struggles placed pressure on his family, and stability often felt temporary rather than secure. His mother worked hard to keep things together, offering consistency where she could, while his father's presence introduced tension that made home life complicated. Moving from place to place became a regular pattern, and with each move came new schools, unfamiliar faces, and the challenge of starting over. For a young boy, it meant learning to adapt quickly, to read situations, and to stay resilient even when nothing felt permanent. Friendships rarely lasted long enough to grow deep, and the idea of belonging often felt just out of reach. Yet within that instability, something important began to develop. He learned how to observe people, how to adjust to different environments, and how to stay mentally strong even when circumstances were unpredictable. Learning to navigate challenges in school presented its own set of difficulties, especially as Tom struggled with dyslexia, a condition that made reading and traditional learning methods challenging. At the time, there was limited understanding of how to support students with learning differences, and this often led to frustration rather than guidance. Teachers sometimes misinterpreted his struggles, and the classroom environment could feel discouraging. Instead of finding confidence there, he often felt out of place. However, rather than giving up, he began to find his own ways to cope. He relied on listening carefully, repeating information, and memorizing patterns to keep up. These techniques required patience and effort, but they also revealed something important about him: his willingness to adapt. Over time, he discovered that success did not have to come from following the same methods as everyone else. Discovering a passion for performance. The introduction to acting marked a turning point in Tom's life. What began as a small opportunity quickly became something more meaningful. Performing allowed him to step into different roles, to explore emotions and perspectives that went beyond his own experiences. It also gave him a sense of control that had often been missing during his early years. Instead of reacting to constant change, he could now create something intentional. This sense of purpose was powerful. Acting became more than an activity, it became a direction. He began to see that he could build a future around this craft, even if the path ahead was uncertain. Encouragement from teachers and peers helped reinforce that belief, showing him that his abilities extended beyond what he had previously thought possible. Taking a risk in New York City. At the age of 18, Tom made a bold decision to move to New York City, driven by determination rather than certainty. With limited financial resources, he took on small jobs to support himself while attending auditions. Life in the city was challenging, filled with long days and frequent rejection. Auditions did not always lead to opportunities, and progress often felt slow. Yet this struggle was different from the instability of his childhood. It had direction. Each experience, whether successful or not, contributed to his growth as an actor. He learned how to present himself, how to handle rejection, and how to improve with each attempt. Gradually, small roles began to appear, offering glimpses of possibility. Then came a significant moment with his role in Risky Business, which introduced him to a wider audience. The performance captured attention not just because of its energy, but because of the presence he brought to the screen. It signaled that he was more than just another aspiring actor. Breaking through with Top Gun. The release of Top Gun marked a defining moment in Tom's career. His portrayal of Maverick resonated with audiences around the world, combining confidence with vulnerability in a way that felt genuine. The film became a cultural phenomenon, and with it, Tom's recognition expanded rapidly. He was no longer just an emerging actor, he was a global star. This level of success brought new opportunities, but also new expectations. It would have been easy to continue in similar roles, repeating what had already proven successful. Instead, he chose to challenge himself. He sought out projects that required deeper emotional range, working to build credibility as an actor rather than relying solely on popularity. This decision reflected a long-term perspective, one focused on growth rather than immediate comfort. It showed a willingness to take risks, even when success might have suggested staying within familiar boundaries. Just choosing depth over repetition. Following the success of Top Gun, Tom made deliberate choices to explore more complex roles. Films like Born on the 4th of July allowed him to demonstrate a different side of his abilities. These roles required emotional depth, transformation, and a commitment to authenticity. They were not guaranteed successes, but they offered the opportunity to grow as an actor. This period of his career was defined by experimentation and learning. He worked with respected directors and co-stars, gaining insight into different approaches to storytelling. Each project added another layer to his experience, helping him refine his craft. By stepping away from predictable choices, he expanded the range of what audiences expected from him. This shift was important, not just for his career, but for his identity as an artist. It showed that he was willing to evolve, to take on challenges, and to pursue excellence even when it required stepping outside his comfort zone. Commitment to craft and physical dedication. One of the defining aspects of Tom's career has been his commitment to authenticity, particularly in physically demanding roles. The Mission: Impossible franchise highlights this dedication, with Tom often performing his own stunts. These sequences require preparation, discipline, and a willingness to push personal limits. While they add realism to his performances, they also demand careful planning and focus. This level of involvement reflects his approach to acting as a craft rather than just a profession. He aims to create experiences that feel genuine to audiences, even when they involve complex action sequences. This dedication has become a hallmark of his work, setting him apart in an industry where such commitment is not always common. Navigating public attention. With global recognition comes constant public attention. Every appearance, interview, and project becomes part of a larger narrative. For Tom, managing this visibility has been an ongoing challenge. Public perception can shift quickly, influenced by media coverage and audience interpretation. Maintaining a sense of balance in such an environment requires awareness and adaptability. He has had to learn how to present himself professionally while also staying grounded. This aspect of his life is less visible than his work on screen, but it plays a significant role in shaping his overall journey. It reflects the complexity of living in the public eye, where personal and professional boundaries often overlap. Balancing personal life and career. Beyond his professional achievements, Tom's life includes the same complexities that many people experience. Relationships, family, and personal responsibilities require attention and care. Balancing these aspects with a demanding career is not always straightforward. The nature of his work involves travel, long hours, and extended commitments to projects, which can create distance from everyday routines. Despite this, he has often expressed the importance of family and connection. His experiences highlight a broader reality that success in one area does not automatically resolve challenges in another. Life remains a balance of priorities shaped by choices and circumstances. Resilience as a driving force. A consistent theme throughout Tom's journey is resilience. From his early years to his professional career, he has faced challenges that required persistence and adaptability. Whether dealing with learning difficulties, navigating a competitive industry, or managing public attention, he has continued to move forward. This resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but about responding to it constructively. It reflects a mindset focused on growth and improvement. Over time, this approach has become a defining part of his identity, influencing both his work and his personal outlook. Learning from each experience. Every stage of Tom's life has contributed to his development. Early struggles taught him adaptability, while later successes provided opportunities for growth. Each experience, whether positive or challenging, added to his understanding of himself and his craft. This continuous learning process has allowed him to evolve over time. It shows that growth is not limited to a single phase, but continues throughout life. By remaining open to new experiences, he has been able to maintain a sense of progress even after achieving significant success. Maintaining a long-term perspective. One of the reasons for Tom's lasting presence in the industry is his ability to think long-term. Instead of focusing only on immediate results, he has consistently made choices that support sustained growth. This perspective has guided his career decisions, helping him navigate both opportunities and challenges. It reflects an understanding that success is not a single moment, but a continuous process. By maintaining this outlook, he has been able to adapt to changes and remain relevant over time. A career that continues to evolve. Even after decades in the industry, Tom continues to take on new projects and explore different aspects of his craft. His work remains dynamic, reflecting a willingness to evolve rather than remain static. This ongoing development keeps his career engaging, both for himself and for audiences. It demonstrates that growth does not have an endpoint, but is an ongoing journey. Each new project adds to his legacy, contributing to a body of work that spans generations. Understanding the human side of success. Behind the public image, Tom's story is ultimately a human one. It includes moments of uncertainty, growth, and reflection. His experiences highlight the complexity of success, showing that it involves both achievements and challenges. By understanding this balance, it becomes easier to see his journey as more than just a series of accomplishments. It is a process shaped by effort, decisions, and the willingness to continue moving forward. And a legacy still unfolding. Tom Cruise's story is not defined by a single moment or achievement. It continues to evolve with each new experience and decision. His journey reflects the idea that life is an ongoing process, shaped by both past and present. As he continues to work and grow, his legacy expands, offering new perspectives and possibilities. It is a reminder that even the most recognized figures are still moving forward, learning and adapting with time.